Okay, this is my first batch of kombucha. I put it in last Tuesday, so 7 days ago. Excuse my mess on the kitchen counter. If you know me, I'm a train wreck. In here is my SCOBY. I ordered one off of Amazon. I believe this little guy's the original. And it looks like it developed almost 2 full new layers. But this one was the one that was on top. Nice pretty white one, and then the darker ones underneath. But I'm pretty sure this was the original one that I got off of Amazon, and just followed their directions on how to do it. Cheesecloth that I had over top of it. But even with the first brew, hang on, I gotta grab a napkin now. Even with the first brew, I left it sit for, like I said, I put it up last Tuesday morning, and even with the first brew, here's the fermentation we got. Yes, I'm letting some bubbles out, but it is what it is. As you can see, and here, there's some good fermentation going on in just a week. I saved some of the previous bottles that I had. I made sure I drank enough in the first couple of weeks so that I could make my own. Didn't know how else to get bottles, so I had to bite the bullet and I had to drink some. Oh my goodness. In these ones I have mango and ginger. Give that a shot. That's what I had in my freezer. And in those ones I have Ningxia red / Ninja juice and orange oil. So we'll see how those go. But this is what we got. I'm going to pause it while I fill a couple bottles. I'm not sure. I should have brought the tripod in, but I didn't. So I'm going to pause it. I'll fill a couple bottles and I'll be right back. Okay, I did go ahead and set up the tripod. Hopefully this will capture it. It looks like it's a pretty good view. Hopefully you don't capture just the view of my butt. Here, let's turn a little more towards this stuff so you got a good view of what's going on. We'll go ahead and fill these. They say fill them, leave about 1 inch at the top. I gave it a couple good stirs. Let me just give it another one. Make sure that mothers up off the bottom, and we'll see how it goes. From everything I've read and watched, it says leave them another 3 to 5 days, depending on how much carbonation you like. So I'll probably leave them 4 days, crack the first one, and see what we got. I guess you got to leave some space for the carbonation so it doesn't blow the lid off, which is always, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen to me. You also have to leave about 1.5 to 2 cups of tea in here to start the next batch. Again, I'm just going on what I've read and watched, but this stuff being $3 a bottle, but supposed to be good for you, tastes good, can help me kick a soda habit of 40 some odd years that I just drink it for the bubbles. So if I drink soda for the bubbles, I may as well drink something that's good for me and just put bubbles in it. You don't have to do a second fermentation. You can drink it straight like this. It's a sweet tea already. They do say that most of the sugar gets eaten up by the fermentation process. So there's not that many grams of sugar left in it. Because the bacteria that grows in it to ferment it eats that up. Sounds kind of weird wanting to drink bacteria, but I think that's what it is bacteria. And it's supposed to be good for your gut, and my gut needs help. So, I don't really have enough in there for one more bottle, so I think I'm just going to leave what's there, and I'll use that to start my next batch. Now with the next batch, what you do is you'll make the sweet tea again, which I have brewing over on the stove. Pour in sweet tea, and then you put your SCOBY back on top. Make sure it's completely cool before you put your SCOBY under. You'll kill it, or so they say. And I'm not taking any chances because it looks like I've got a pretty good SCOBY going over there. Then you just cover it up and leave it sit for another 7 days. But make sure you cover it or you're going to have fruit flies everywhere. So that's that. That's the first start, and I'll let you know in 4 or 5 days what we get coming here.